Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining me tonight. It's Cherry Mark. For all the new subscribers, I want to appreciate you all and I want to welcome you to this channel. I hope you are in the right place and I'm looking forward to hear from you as we get along. Well, the reason as to why I'm shooting this video is not because I have a lesson for you people today, and yeah, it's because I just wanted to explain the reason as to why I do not post my videos, or I don't shoot my videos with the writings of my Kikuyu lessons. If you have been following me in my previous videos, most probably you have seen I bring topics or lessons on how to learn Kikuyu, and what I do is I only teach you how to speak or how to call those words in Kikuyu. Well, a lot of people have been giving me some comments and have been wishing that I should include writings of those Kikuyu words that I bring in every lesson. Apparently it hasn't been really successful and I haven't been in a position to do that. Reason being, that is what I'm going to explain in this video. And well, I'm just going to go straight to one of those reasons as to why I don't include the writings. The thing is, as far as I can speak really good Kikuyu and I can understand Kikuyu, I didn't have a chance, or I didn't have the opportunity to learn how to write Kikuyu, or even I never went to school where we were taught how to write Kikuyu. Well, I come from a Kikuyu tribe. I'm Kikuyu myself, born and even grown up from a Kikuyu family. I can really articulate myself and I am very eloquent in Kikuyu language, but I cannot write Kikuyu. I can write very few words. I don't know even if I write them really correct, but I cannot tell you I am good in writing Kikuyu. I never ever wrote Kikuyu ever in my life, and there was no place where I was taught even how to speak, no, not to speak, how to write it, and I am very unfamiliar when it comes to writing. So all I can bring you, my fellow subscribers in this channel, is how to speak Kikuyu, how we call words in Kikuyu. But when it comes to theory, how to write, I will not lie to you, I am not good in that. I am really poor. Well, okay, when I was growing up, I grew up in the Rift Valley province, and that's where I was even born. That's where my family is, and that's my home. So in the Rift Valley province, we have so many tribes. There are so many people from other tribes, namely there are Kikuyus, there are Luos, there are Luyas, there are Kambas, Kalenjins, Masais, Kisis, and all sorts of tribes in Kenya. So you can imagine growing in such an environment. It was even difficult for us, or for me, to even know Kikuyu or even to speak Kikuyu, because the language we used to speak at that time was only Swahili, and when we went to school we were only taught Swahili, and maybe like we were taught English. Oh my god, the lights are gone. I'm going to change the position maybe now. So yeah, oh my goodness, I'm very unlucky. I was shooting with some lighting which has just apparently been switched off. I'm thinking, should we continue, or anyway, I hope you can just hear me well. So it happened that I could not even learn Kikuyu really fast, or even, just learn Kikuyu as compared to other people who grew up in the central province. So when we used to go to visit my grandma in central province, which is apparently in Kiambu, we would always face a challenge because we were not okay, like me and my sister, we were not able to speak Kikuyu like others did. And I remember people used to give us very strange looks, and they were really like, hey, how comes you people don't speak Kikuyu? But anyways, we just had to practice and learn slowly and slowly, being that we were coming from the Rift Valley province, where less Kikuyu is spoken, or fast, like nobody speaks Kikuyu in that place. All we used to do is speak in Swahili. So yes, we really had a big challenge, but I thank God my mother used to take us for vacations in the central province to my grandma's place, and in this place everybody speaks Kikuyu. So that was the reason as to why it I'm sorry, some funny guy was just speaking behind me. Anyways, yeah, that was the reason as to why I came to be speaking Kikuyu as I am doing it today. And I just want to explain there is a really big difference as to people growing in the Rift Valley province. Mainly, I'm speaking mainly from my own place, or from the place I come from, and there's a big difference from people growing in the central province, because in the central province, being that it is where Kikuyu originally originated from, and where dominantly the dominant population is of Kikuyus, it becomes really easy for people or kids to know Kikuyu and even to speak Kikuyu. So that is the challenge we had in my time when I was growing up. And if only we didn't have the chance to oftenly go to the central province, believe me, I will not be speaking Kikuyu up to date, which will be really, really disappointing, as much as I am concerned and as much as I love my tribe and I'm proud of my Kikuyu background. So you can mainly understand why I bring the lessons in Kikuyu without including the writing. So just imagine, Kikuyu was just a language that I used to learn on the side. When we used to go to my grandma's place, and I would hear, maybe for some few weeks, we used to be there like for the whole vacation, 4 weeks or so, and after that we would go back to the Rift Valley. So in that 4 weeks, I would learn from people, I would hear how people were speaking, and even I would learn my culture. So as soon as that period was over, we would go back to the Rift Valley province, that's my home, and back there we would not have the chance again to articulate ourselves in Kikuyu. And if we did, it was really, really rare, because being that other tribes were also included in this area, you cannot just speak Kikuyu, because not everyone does speak Kikuyu, and even they do not even understand. So we were only speaking in Swahili, and when we went to school, maybe we could do English, and those were the languages that we used to do. So even in school, there is no place I went to school, or there is no subject we had in Kikuyu. So you can really imagine the Kikuyu that I speak, the Kikuyu that I learned it from people or from my grandma's place, that is Central Province. I cannot tell you, or I cannot even teach you how to write Kikuyu. I am still a proud Kikuyu, and I am so proud of my tribe, and I will still continue being proud of it. And I will also continue bringing you lessons on how to speak Kikuyu, but I will not promise you I can include writings on Kikuyu. What I know for sure is there, as I hear from my friends or from my fellow Kikuyu people, they tell me there was some times back that Kikuyu used to be included in school. So you can imagine those who had Kikuyu as a subject in school were really lucky, because they learned how to most probably write Kikuyu in text form, as compared to me, who I never learned anything to do or to write. I cannot put Kikuyu down into paper, and if I can, I'm not even sure I do it correctly. I just do it out of know-how, and not that I was taught or I know, or that. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for being part of this video. I wish you all a beautiful night. I'm sorry that the lighting went down to some extent, but keep subscribing and keep commenting down there. I hope to catch up with you soon. Goodbye.